A very warm welcome to you all. We are glad to bring to your viewing pleasure your favorite sports show, Sport Hour. We are beaming live to you from the Advent Cable Network Nigeria, ACNNTV, from the beautiful city of Abuja. My name is Olushola Lojide. Good morning and welcome to today's show.
Good morning. My name is Olawale Ayeni, and today's show we are going to be talking about the Nigerian Emmanuel Egbon become the first African coach to win a major European League title. Some ex-Eagles are more qualified coach than Gonetro. We will be knowing who said that in the course of the show this morning. The Sports Ministry received committee report on National Stadium. NFF have no reason to suffer property of funds. One of the ex-sports minister is saying that this morning. Abia Warriors unveiled Mama Kakabo as head coach. And also, still on the transfer news this morning, Napoli set to unveil a victor tomorrow, that is Friday. NFF set to support league clubs for next season campaign. Who is saying that? You get to hear it in the course of the show. Enugu's Rangers set to insure players and officials. And also we are going to take you around the European leagues, and we'll see what is really happening in the European leagues, where Liverpool are officially crowned EPL champions after defeating Chelsea 5-2 yesterday at the Anfield. And what we see also, the EPL team battling for championship ticket, where we see the likes of Chelsea, Leicester City, and also Man United. We'll talk about the challenge in the Serie A league, and also we'll talk about the incoming FA Cup final, the game between Aston and Chelsea. After the short break, we'll kick-start the show in earnest.
Thank you for staying tuned, and in case you're just joining us, this is the Sport Hour show from the ACNN studio. Now, our first story today is on Nigeria Emmanuel Agbo, who has become the first African coach to win a major European league title. The former international player has become the first Nigerian and first African to lead a European club to their top-tier domestic title. And this is one thing that we are glad that we are seeing the very first Nigerian making headways in Europe. We've never heard of any African that has won any European trophy or an African as well. But now Agbo is the first Nigerian, and NFF sent him a message. Thank you for doing us proud. But now NFF now remembers that there's somebody that
after winning
yes,
at the Iberian League. I think it's a good one for him to become the first African and to become the first Nigerian to win an European title. It's not an easy game. He actually won that league title even with his 7th game in hand, and also he has even qualified the team to the UEFA Champions League. So we'll be seeing
a first Nigerian at the touchlines.
Yes.
Next season.
Of course, it's an impressive one. It shows that the Nigerian coach has what it takes to, conquer any league anywhere in the world if given the necessary support and also the necessary machineries to put in place. I think it's a good one. It will actually, spoil us to know that our own coach can actually do the magic anywhere in the world, because we have been complaining that we need a local coach for the national team to the World Cup, and also because the likes of Stephen Keshi has also done that before, getting to win the AFCON 2013. So I think it's a good one for him, getting to allow his team to win the title, and also to see how they can able to play well in the Champions League next season.
Then on Monday, the president of the Nigeria Football Federation, talking about Mr. Amaju Pinnick, sent a message to Egbo, and let me quote him: "I congratulate you and wish you only the best. This is also to say that we are very proud of your wonderful achievement." And in his response, the former goalkeeper wrote, "Thank you, sir. I appreciate it so much. We thank God for this, for His grace and goodness. It is not my achievement, it is our achievement as Nigerians, Africans, and the black race. Glory be to God Almighty." And we now see there's something I don't really like about some statement this day, which is about the black race, black race.
Of course.
Yes, it's the first African, but then I think we are trying to demean ourselves by saying black race every time. In my own personal view, we feel that we're not up to the standard. But we are more than that.
Of course, we can actually do much better because due to the fact that we have not been given that chance for them to actually, showcase what they have. I tell you, any day, anytime, our own African race, our own African coaches can match the European standard any day, anytime, if given the right equipment, if given the right human resources to work with. I don't say those who are actually winning the trophy, who are European coaches, they don't have two heads; they have one head. I feel you can actually, get our own coach to get to win trophies in Europe if given the necessary opportunity. I beg your pardon.
And I'm talking about the African coach now. Now, Segun Degbami,
yes,
a foremost Nigerian football legend, is a popular name in the country.
Of course,
I said that we do not need a white man to come and coach us.
Yeah.
You say we have good African, ex-players like Amunike, like
Finidi George,
Finidi George, who have done so much work in their respective clubs, and they can lead us to World Cup.
Yeah.
And it's not talking about now that the former Green Eagles captain, that's Steve Keshi, Segun Degbami, said these coaches have the ability to do better than Gennett Roy. And he has always been saying that Gennett Roy is not a world-class coach.
I totally agree with
what has he won?
The mathematician. He has not really won anything. He just won the bronze medal at the Nations Cup in Egypt last year. We feel we need a coach that can actually, deliver the title for the Super Eagles for the 4th time. We know we have been there 3 times African champion. At this point in time, Segun Degbami, I agree with him. He said when he was doing the interview that he said he has seen Coach Gennett Roy in 2 critical occasions, which shows that he is not a world-class coach. We saw what happened when we played Argentina in Russia 2018 World Cup. We saw what happened also when we played Algeria.
That game still pains me to tomorrow.
You saw what happened. Yes, it was so painful. We just lost the game in 9 minutes. If it is a normal, if it is a world-class coach, at least he would tell the player how to manage time very, very well. So for him to come out and say even Coach Gennett Roy does not even know our philosophy, he does not even know our mental strength, our physicality. He does not know how to encourage those players. For me, I agree to what he has said. If we have the likes of Finidi George, we have of Emmanuel Monike, the likes of Jojo Kocha or Sunday Olise, who we know is our own African Pep Guardiola, I feel we should actually give them a chance.
Is why most of these players are not ready to take up the challenge of being Super Eagles coaches. But let me quote Adegbami. According to him, said, I don't think any white coach should come and coach us anymore. Not after the generation of Stephen Keshi, Sunday Olise, Jojo Kocha, who played at every level. If they can get the basic qualifications, which is not essential in my own opinion, but people insist that they must have it, they are qualified. Finidi George and Amunike have the qualifications. Gennett Roy does not. True.
Yes, of course.
These guys have played to every level.
Every level. They have played at the Olympics,
from the Nigerian League
from the World Cup
to Europe. They played African Cup. They played World Cup. They played Champions League as well too. Some of them have played Champions League.
Yes.
And they have the credentials because they know the team very well. Okay, let's look at Barcelona for example now. They brought in a Guardiola who played for the club,
yes,
who has been the club, who knows the philosophy, the DNA of the club.
Of course.
And it's impacting. Okay, look at Manchester United now as well too.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yes, he knows the club in and out. They brought him on board, and I think he's doing well.
Even Mikel Arteta has to pick up. Yeah.
He was a Chelsea player, and they brought him on board, and he's also doing well too. And look at other European national team coaches. Their coaches are from their own country. Of
course.
But Nigeria, we discard our talents, and it's unfortunate. And look at it now. They're ready to pay so much money.
Yes.
On a foreign coach. They're going to pay Gennett Roy close to about 12 to 15 million naira or so. on a monthly basis, but then they'll be owing our own base coaches.
And I can imagine there's no any competition from now till 2022. So
and
you see,
any free salary.
So it will be any free salary,
free accommodation,
and our own rest of the national team does not even have a coach. So you can see what the NFF are really doing is not actually good. We need them to actually do more. I don't feel Gunnesro should actually remain as a Super Eagles as a Super Eagles coach after the incident that happened in Russia and after the incident that happened in Egypt. He should just have thrown in the towel and resign honorably. But for the NFF to actually continue with the job, I feel
that because they have an agreement with the guy. Maybe there's something behind that contract.
He has been the coach of the Super Eagles since 2016. That is 4 years now. I think it's time for him to actually bow out from that position. And
that means would it be the longest serving Super Eagles in recent times?
In recent time, I feel yes, I think so. He would be the longest serving because the rest, Stephen Keshi didn't actually stay up to 4 years. Shaibu Amodi, the late Shaibu Amodi also did not.
That was eased and dumb.
Yes.
And they were dumping.
It's so sad. And also Olise, I think Olise was just
maybe like 2 years or there.
No, it was up to 2 years. I think in space of a year and all that, 6 months thereabout. And also the likes of Samson Siasia also didn't actually spend that long period of time that Gunnesro is actually enjoying in the Super Eagles at this point in time. Okay, so we'll go to the next story where the Sports Ministry received committee report on the national stadium because we know the national stadium in Surulere has not been in the top form. That is talking about the facility there. We also recall that the 13-man Minister Task Force Committee inaugurated by the Sport Minister Sunday Dare, that was held in June last month, inaugurated that committee for them to actually look critically on the situation of the national stadium in Surulere and for them to actually find a report so that they can actually make the stadium a world-class stadium and return the glory days of that particular stadium. Looking at the facilities that we have in the country generally, do you think we are really doing enough as a giant of Africa?
No, we are not doing enough at all because we have world-class facilities. They've allowed, they are all going back. Grasses are getting everywhere. Cows have turned into their grazing ground. Criminals have used it as their hideouts, and everything just seems to be going down. Now, that's system is a stadium I'm very familiar with, and you just get there, you see that everything's in shambles, dirty. There was a picture I saw recently. Part of the stadium, the roof had already gone off.
Wow.
People were now living inside the stadium. They've turned all those small kiosks that they rented out as shops, they've turned them into where they sleep. And you just get there everywhere, so messy. So I think what the minister has done is a good one. Try to revive the fortunes of these stadiums. And I was in Abuja Stadium recently, and where I never knew we have an hotel
in the stadium.
Inside the stadium. So a 5-star hotel, seriously.
Wow.
Inside that package B, I never knew until I went there I went to go for research, and I saw that we had this stadium. I mean, that's what's called again? The hotel was turned into residential apartments by squatters, illegal occupants.
I can imagine.
There's no lights in that place though. They don't have lights, but they have generators. They used to power their own personal lights. I know you recall that the minister said they are going to give them eviction notice, but it has elapsed. But now they are saying that they will not give them that notice until they want to give them that opportunity to harvest their crops before they now send them out. But if you look at it now, we have so much on ground. Our lack of maintenance is the issue.
Yeah,
and the government now, this item now for the government to hands off and privatize these places. Not the whole complex.
Yeah.
There's some parts that you can give, okay, now you take care of this place. It's just you pay rent on a monthly, on a yearly basis. You
can imagine bringing private investors to actually run that particular hotel in the national stadium. You see people getting, to lodge in, and they get to generate money, and you pay some certain percentage to the government, and you get to, put the place in good shape, get to renovate. Even when you get to the VIP lounge in the stadium, I feel they can have a view, world-class view center where
VIP
people
lounge, where the chairs are even bad.
Yes. No, I'm just saying we can actually fix it. Have a VIP lounge where people will come in and be watching football weekends. You see, you know, having a place to, you know, relax, chat over. That place also gets to generate some money for the government, and also I feel it's high time we, you know, put all our facilities in place. I was looking at the Liverpool and Chelsea match yesterday. I saw how the Liverpool stadium was very, very beautiful.
Please don't compare European stadium with
I was like,
stadium.
we don't even have just one.
The best stadium we have in Nigeria, that's Akpabio Stadium right now.
Yes.
I'm sure I've not been there in recent times, but I don't believe that it is going the same way the previous stadiums are going to.
Yes.
Because nothing has been on that stadium, and that means there will be no maintenance.
There will be no maintenance.
We will get there. There will be grasses everywhere. Now, Edo State Stadium. So that's
Samuel Ogbemedia Stadium.
Yes, it was renovated. Now with this COVID-19 crisis now, probably all the weed now start growing again, and you know. I feel
this our culture of maintenance. We just have to. It's very, very bad. We just have to, you know, look at it critically and ensure that we return all our stadium. Imagine we have stadium in Abuja that our own Super Eagles cannot even play in.
How many times has Super Eagles played in that stadium?
The last time they played, I think it was in 2016 when we played at qualifiers.
In total, how many times have they played there? Rather, they go from state to state. Look at England; they have the Wembley Stadium.
Wembley Stadium. You know that is their national team stadium. We here we get to run from pillar to post. Today we are in tomorrow we are in Delta. Next tomorrow we are in Akwa.
Even Lagos, that is even the traditional home of football. How many times do they even go to Lagos Stadium to play football? Because there is no stadium for them to play.
I think we need to actually put all our stadium in good shape.
And Abuja Stadium, at least for the federal-owned stadium, Abuja Stadium is still the best. It has all the facilities you can think of. Of course, everything we need in sports is in this Abuja Stadium. Football, basketball court, badminton court, cycling. What name it?
But look at the pitch. But look at the pitch.
In fact, our stadium can host Olympics.
Yes, of course, we can actually host Olympics.
We can host Olympics.
It's just for us to, you know, renovate the stadium and put it in a good shape.
But then Julius Berger said the federal government should bring, I think, 1.2 billion naira every year to renovate the stadium. To maintain the stadium.
Of course, it's
small.
It's small compared to what
money that is going down in NCDC, NDDC. You know,
they don't bring that politics to it.
Yes, because if there's money there,
of course,
this money is available.
Yes,
but they have their priorities. What is 1.2 billion that the federal government cannot release to Julius Berger every year?
And again, there are a whole lot of competition that is happening in the stadium where we can actually generate such money from. I feel we need to actually look inwards and see how we can, you know, bring all our stadium back to life.
Now let's go to our next story, where the former Minister of Sport, talking about Solomon Dalong, has said that, has revealed that the Nigerian Football Federation, led by Ahmad Jipini, cannot suffer. So we were speaking to journalists in Nigeria on the WhatsApp platform, where he said that the Nigerian Football Federation will be better suited to explain why they suffer lack of funds, adding that every football activity has been funded by 3 major sponsors. One, the federal government of Nigeria. That's number 2, the FIFA, as well as the host state and the football. And yes, that is. Dalong is a former minister, and he knows everything about. For 4 years, he was there. He knows that the federal government sponsors NFF. FIFA sends. Yes, they don't even send naira. They don't send dollars.
Even CAF.
Yeah, CAF sends. State governments where they can play matches pay, and yet they still say there's no fund to take care of players.
I think the NFF have not been truthful to Nigerians at this point in time, because we hear every week out coaches, players have not been paid. I wonder what they are doing with the huge sum of money they are actually receiving from those bodies. You see, the federal government get to release funds. FIFA also get to release funds. Even the state government, as I said, get to release funds. And at the end of the day, we still be hearing news that coaches, players have not been paid. I wonder where all this money are actually going to, Julia.
And the money they're using to do campaign, I saw at least NFF was on TV recently doing a COVID-19 campaign. and they ran their campaign on AIT and on some TV stations. And of course, they pay millions. But look at that. I'm just trying to. NFF, they have no reason not to say that there's no money.
Of course.
They get subventions regularly from the federal government.
Even from FIFA.
FIFA and CAF on a yearly basis. And this money, they are in millions of dollars.
And don't forget, they have other sponsors which get to sponsor the NFF, the Super Eagles, and all that. Eto
Cup sponsors the game from Eto Cup as well too. There's Picnic also.
There's Nike deal. There's Coca-Cola, all of them and all that.
Nike deal, we don't even know how much is involved in Nike deal because they have refused to tell us how much is involved. That is the problem we have. Because everything is shrouded in secrecy. They don't tell us how much is involved. Now, FIFA said, okay, this money I'm sending to you now is for COVID-19 palliative. No, you're saying no, it's not for COVID-19 palliative. It's a normal grant. But what African countries are saying is for COVID-19 palliative.
And they actually released how they actually pay this money to their league clubs in the country, from the first division even to the last division.
How many clubs have received the money here?
The last time we saw them, palliative to some clubs in Abuja and also some clubs in Lagos.
What were the palliatives?
I think it was the normal bag of rice, the normal 2 bags of yams and all that, sanitizers and you know.
Okay, if they now monetize for one person, how much is it? One palliative for one person, how much is it?
Jide, I don't really have all those answers to this question.
It's not more than 10,000.
I feel the NFF, are responsible to, to answer this particular question. And when we actually ask these particular questions, they get to run away, they get to not even pick your calls, and also they get to answer your call for them to actually, give you the right answer. I think the NFF should actually, step up, get to play all their coaches and all their players that have been holding for decades. You can imagine even our own under 20 that went to France, they have not been paid their entitlement. Under 20, 30. I'm talking about the Falconets. They have not been paid their World Cup appearance. You have so many other teams that also have not been paid.
If you look at the league, the MPFL, naturally the LMC is the overall body that's supposed to organize the league.
Yes.
And that means for organizing the league, they are responsible for paying some money on a monthly basis or yearly basis to these clubs. For the past 3 years now, they've not paid a dime to any club.
Yes.
And they call themselves organizers, league organizers. They signed deal with some people.
Yes.
Next TV, they said it was supposed to kick off this season. Okay. They said to kick off next season. You want to do online TV. How many people can afford data to watch data and to watch matches online?
Wow.
And like Adegami said, that you cannot have a successful league if there is no TV coverage.
Of course, of course.
Your league is useless. South Africa is the best league in Africa.
Yes, because they enjoy the super sport coverage and all that.
They do the same thing.
Even Kenya League is being shown on DSTV. Zambia.
For a whole season, we did
Zimbabwe League have been shown in DSTV. I wonder how our own league, that is, and we call ourselves the Giant of Africa, we can't actually get our own league out to the DSTV.
Just imagine, I'm writing a report on league matches for the week before the lockdown. I was relying more on phone calls and Twitter handles of these clubs to get my reports.
Yes.
I could have sat down at home, watch these matches, and generate my own report from what I've seen, not from what somebody has written or somebody tweeted. Maybe the club media officer tweeted to generate my report. It is wrong.
Yes, very, very wrong. I think the LMC need to actually live up to expectation. They should carry the media guys along for them to actually report the league. Get our league to be shown on the TV screen. That will even encourage investors to come and invest. Run home when the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool are playing, the likes of Arsenal are playing. We should get to that position where a normal Nigeria can actually mention the whole starting 11 of a team like a Yimba, a team like Lobby Stars.
I cannot completely name a starting 11 of any club. Let me tell you one thing. I called one guy recently. I wanted to get a report. He was an Yimba player. I wanted to get a report, something of Yimba. I called him. He now said the athlete in Bad was a Katsina United. I did not know.
No news about it. No appropriate
there was transfer. I did not know when he left Imba to Katsina United.
Of course.
And I was lost, so I had to just form myself. Okay, I'll just change topic entirely because my aim of calling was defeated because I did not know that he has left
from.
But in English, but European club, any player that is leaving, even Osimhen now, we know he's going.
You know, he's going to be signed for 83 million.
How much they sign Nigerian player from Imba to Abia Warriors or to Shooting Stars, we don't know everything,
which is not good for them.
Not good for us.
We still remain on the Nigerian Professional Football League, where Abia Warriors have unveiled Imama Akpakabo as the head coach of the side, which he was unveiled yesterday at the Umuahia Township Stadium, which was anchored by the club secretary Ebere Esiba and also the sporting director Mr. Pratik Wangu. So the coach expressed his confidence in the ability of the Umuahia Warlord is making a maximum impact in the league next season. Imama Akpakabo signed a 2-year contract with the Umuahia team and promised to work tightly to ensure that Abians to lead them to glory in the next season. What do you make of Imama Akpakabo getting to sign for Abia Warriors? We know what he did when he was the assistant coach and the Rangers, where he was the assistant coach of the Super Eagles. Do you think he will bring that much experience that he has gathered over the years, going to the World Cup, going to the African Nations Cup?
You know, you cannot compare national team with club football. He failed. I'm sorry to say, he failed towards the tail end of his stay as in the national team. He failed because we did not go, because of him, we did not go to
the Olympics. Yes.
But he has experience with home-based players, that's local-based players. So now he has coached Rangers before, so he knows some of these players, probably knows some of these players. And he might bring aboard his technical know-how.
Yes.
He's good, no doubt.
No doubt
he's good. But he still failed. That's my own anger because of him. I'm not going to Olympics. And we are sure of not getting a medal because of him now.
Yes.
Because of that Olympics failure. But he is good, and we just wish him the best. That probably he might use this opportunity to launch his career again.
Yes.
But when we missed out of the Olympics, his stock went down.
Because so many Nigerians actually lost confidence in the ability of Imama Akpakabo.
And he was assistant coach to General to Russia.
Yes.
Even though he's an assistant, you cannot really measure what he did because everything goes to General anyway. But then he was in charge of an under-23 team. At least he was in charge. So we saw what he could do and what he could not do. So after that failure, his stock went down. He was not living with the news. Probably he was going to go and refresh himself over again and relaunch his career. So wish him all the best in Abia Warriors. Abia Warriors, at least they have the funds.
Yes, and one of the most coordinated team in the MPFL. I feel he will actually do well with all the needed support from Abia Warriors.
So we just say what he can perform. Now he has signed a two-year deal, and then my problem now is that Hope did not sign away his freedom. Just like every normal coaches in Nigerian Football League, they always sign away their
freedom.
If they begin to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches in a row, their sack will be on radio the following day. In fact, where are
you training? You just hear the news, you have been sacked and all that.
And we just pray that Abia Warriors do not demoralize him by not paying his allowances and his salaries.
And the players also getting to motivate their players still remain a key factor.
And they do not interfere in his choosing in his team selection.
Yes.
Because club owners, they interfere a lot.
When it comes to decision taking.
Yes.
Which player?
Don't play this player. Use this player. And you want the coach to know what he wants to get. Don't tell the coach. You employed me.
Yes.
Let me do the job. If I fail, I fail. If I pass, I pass. But don't tell me what to do. That's why I like foreign coaches. You cannot tell Mourinho to pick a team.
No.
Sir, it's not possible.
He will not do it.
They will tell Sir Alex Ferguson, play this, play that. It's not possible. They can't tell him who to play.
That's where the professionalism comes in.
As a rookie in football, you can't tell him who to play or who to play.
It's
the same thing with Frank Lampard, who are all rookies in club management. You can't tell them who to play. They pick the team. That's why some fans are always angry that they're making.
Why are not playing this particular player? Like for
it is the coach.
It's on his discretion.
Yes, I can start to use those 2 substitutions for the whole game.
Of course,
it's my discretion. It cannot force me to use the 5 or the 3.
Of course.
So we just pray that IPRS give Imama the free hand to do what he has to do. And then let's now go to our star boy. We call him our star boy in Super Eagles, Victor Osimhen, who will officially be the most expensive African player to be transferred in Europe with his new club Napoli. Now, Osimhen is a very, very good striker. Now he's going to Napoli. Now my fear is, I believe he will overcome Italy's main defense, and I believe that he will do well in Italy. So, but let me get your reaction. What do you expect of Osimhen when he moves to Napoli?
No doubt about it. Yes, no doubt about it. Victor Osimhen is a good player. We know he's very strong. He's very physical. He gets to banking goals whenever and wherever he wants to. We saw what he did at the under-17 level. That was what actually prepared him to be the better striker that he is now. We know he has actually passed the medical in Napoli. Any moment from now, as he's talking about tomorrow, we'll get to the Napoli side. We get to unveil him. I tip Osimhen
Nigerian as the most expensive African player.
I think he's a good one. I feel Osimhen will actually do well in that particular team. We know what he can do. He's very good. Yes, he's very good when it comes to the arena ball. He's very good with his foot. He can dribble
and he's strong.
And very strong.
His physical fitness.
And also he has the power on his foot. He can actually get to shoot from a wide range, from a long range. I feel he's going to be successful in that particular club that he's talking about, Napoli. For Gattuso to actually want to make that deal happen, I think is a good one. Very, very good addition to his side. The fans also want to actually see him play for the team. I think as it is now, everything is working very, very well for Victor Osimhen. Hopefully we'll just get to see him. He's our star boy.
The poster boy of the Super Eagles.
Yes, at least now we have
the most expensive. He's going to be the most expensive player in the Nigerian player and Africa as a whole.
So many people have actually thrown weight behind him. The likes of Amonike has tipped him to succeed.
Yeah,
that he's seen.
Discovered him.
Yes, Amonike discovered him. Yes, that he has seen the likes when Didier Drogba was playing for Chelsea and all that in the active days. He have seen that same train in Victor Osimhen. I feel Victor Osimhen will actually do well in Napoli.
Let's go back to Super Eagles again. Look at Ganero discovered Victor Osimhen. Sorry, Amonike discovered Victor Osimhen.
Yes.
And Ganero, what has he actually really discovered like that we say he's standing out? Because he's always picking, he's always bringing new players every now and then. For me, I feel the media are the one even giving Ganero who to call to the national team. When a particular Nigerian descendant in Europe getting to score, maybe banging goals, maybe twice, we don't even know his roots. The media start going back that is in Nigeria, they should invite him to the national team. The next thing you will see a release from Olajire, Raw invited to play. That's the work of agent.
And all that. So that's the work of agent. I feel Ganero has not really discovered any particular player for the national team. The media has been the one making the discovery, and also the agent has been the one getting to lobby for that players
in the Nigerian league.
Yes.
On the street from the academy,
yes.
On the streets, he's not somebody that's refined. Yes, I like the fact that we probably want to be playing some slicky football.
Yes.
But African football is different from European football.
Of course.
You cannot be bringing out these slicky matches with Ghana.
No, you can't, because the game is going to be physical.
It will be physical.
Even like the likes of Cameroon and all that.
It will be physical. No matter how slicky you are, so you still need to have that Nigerian. That's why Odegbe was saying the Nigerian mentality, the Nigerian philosophy, psychology is needed.
Yes.
Every club, every nation has. Look at Brazil. They have the flair.
Yeah, the Samba
boys.
Yeah.
They like to play with the ball.
Germany also.
Germany, they are not even physical. They are just compact. They go together like.
Then the Spain tiki-taka and all that.
Every country, every team
has their own philosophy.
So you cannot come and bring philosophy of Germany or Brazil to Nigeria.
No.
It will not work.
Of course.
We have what is peculiar to us. We work on it, we bid on it, and we exploit it. Steve Keshi did that during the Nations Cup.
Yes.
He used the Nigerian factor, being a former player himself.
Took about 6 home-based players to the Nation Cup.
And the other foreign-based players, they are players who left from Nigeria to Europe. So they still have that Nigerian physicality in them, and it's gelled. But you're not bringing one boy that has never been to Nigeria before, ever. I'm coming to play for the Nigerian Super Eagles. So it's going to clash. Okay, we'll go to our next story. When NFF set to support League Club for next season, Amaju, that's the president of the Nigerian Football Federation. Amaju Pini has said that during the next season that the NFF will support the club because they're expecting a total of $1 million from the fever, and also another $500,000 from the Confederation of African Football. That is talking about CAF. So that's almost like $500 million. No, that is $1.5 million from FIFA and CAF for the Nigerian Football Federation against. 50 million. You're talking about almost 400 million. Okay, okay, you're talking about the implement in Naira. Okay. 400 million to 500 million Naira. Thereabouts. I think he said these funds will be released to the club for their preparation so that there will not be any financial crisis for next season. Do you feel that when next season comes, we are not going to have any challenges when in regards to funding? We are used to this kind of stories whereby money just disappears from their coffers. Yes. How it happens, they will tell us that you are going to do this, you are going to do this, but they will never actually do it. No. So that's been the normal trend of the NFF. So before now, trust me, they said it now, everybody forget about it. The clubs will be expecting the money, but the monies will just never come. Yes. Maybe the money they might get some little cash, but probably they're supposed to get like maybe $1 million now. Maybe they're not getting 200,000 naira. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, we now see clubs start complaining that they have not received any fund from. But why should NFF be involved in giving clubs money? What's LMC doing? I think the NFF will actually should transfer the money to the LMC. And then the LMC will now transfer the money to the MPFL club. But the people in LMC, they're the same people in NFF. Of course. So there's no. So you see, that the ones different LMC that the ones still running. Or there are different NFF that want still running the LMC. Of course, we just wait and give them the benefit of doubt and see how next season will look like. Because for now, let's just give them the benefit of that and hope that those clubs will actually get their money. Let's hope that this club will actually get what is due to them in due time. Okay. Still talking about football as well too. Enugu Rangers are set to ensure that players and officials. And they've received the approval from the state governor to make sure that all their players are insured. Yeah. And you just saw the recent death of Ifeanyi George, yes. And then the club had to insure him to about, I think 20 million naira. 20 million naira, and which is a good one. Yes, 10 million was given was set aside for his daughter, yes. For his education. Why about 18 million? About 8 million was given to the family, and 2 million naira. To his girlfriend also. No, to the family. Yeah, I know that. I saw the girlfriend in the picture. Yes. Maybe as per mother of the daughter. Yes, and about 2 million was for the upkeep of the late Ifeanyi George daughter. For I think it's a good one. This is the first time I know that a Nigerian club is actually paying. Ensuring that players. Yes, of course. And this is what all clubs should do. Yes, even down to the NLL, down to the NLO, even to the Women League. I think we need to start ensuring all our players and officials to prepare for the worst day ahead. Just imagine Messi like breaking while playing for Barcelona. No, that leg is insured. Yes, of course, his leg is insured. Everything is insured in that part of the world. But here we get to see how we can. Because he will not pay one dime in the hospital. Yes, and we saw what happened to Nasarawa United when they lost that defender. We have not even heard anything about the player getting to be insured and all that. But at this point in time, it's actually a good one for all our clubs, all our MPFL clubs, even down to the NLO club. For them to be insured. I think for that Nasarawa guy, now the NFF or the LNC, they're using COVID-19 as an excuse that they could not do the burial, they could not, you know, COVID-19 is going to be an excuse.
No, but now there is interstate movement and people are started, you know, to hold some.
No, they will say because of COVID-19 we could not do certain things. But thank God that there's little movement.
Yeah.
So we can now talk about probably next week. We'll bring to our viewers talk on this what's called again, national defender that died.
So we just go to the European League now, where Liverpool are crowned officially. They were crowned champions yesterday, where they defeated Chelsea 5-3 yesterday at Anfield.
And Chelsea just needed the points, just 1 point to get
confirm.
that. And
Yes,
they can still get it next.
But it's going to be difficult because they are playing Wolves, and while Man United is playing Leicester. So it's going to be battle to the final whistle in that particular encounter. It's going to be tricky for Man U. I fear for Man U, because at this time Leicester, they're like a wounded lion. They need to actually win that particular match.
They're on fourth position.
Yes, and they'll be playing in their home ground.
Chelsea's on fifth position.
And Chelsea is on Chelsea is on fourth position, if I'm not mistaken.
They're on fifth. Leicester's they're on fourth. So they want to hold on to that.
No, if I will get it correctly, Chelsea, they are in third position. Man United, they're in fourth position, while Leicester, they're in the fifth position. It's just 1 point separating them. Chelsea has 63 points. Man United has 63 points also. The likes of Leicester has 62 points, if I'm not mistaken. So at this point in time, at this point in time, Wolves also have 59 points. So at this point in time, it's going to be a battle to the last minute of that particular encounter, because if Chelsea get to win Wolves, and if Leicester get to win Manchester United, it means Man United will not be going to the Champions League. But at this point in time, the Man United side just need a draw when they play, to secure their third position. Chelsea also need a draw. No, Chelsea have to win. Chelsea have to win Wolves to actually ensure that they get to qualify, because anything can happen between
Man U and Leicester City.
Yes, because if Man U actually win that particular match, they will go on top. If Chelsea lose that particular match and Leicester get to win, they'll go on top. So it's a fight to finish in that particular encounter.
It's very interesting that the EPL is going this way.
Yes.
Compared to the Nigerian League that they ever since. I don't know why I don't know why you keep talking about the Nigerian Premier League.
Because it's our old. We want to get to that stage when at the final day we get to compete and let the league, you know, get to the last minute for us to even determine who is the champion of the league. We saw that when it happened against Man City and Man, if I'm not mistaken, the 2012 season, where it was just the last goal from Sergio Aguero that actually ensured Man City actually won that particular title in that particular year. Let's look at the Italian share. How it's getting hotter by the day. Juventus are in the first position with 80 points. Atlanta in second with 74 points. Where Inter Milan also 73 points with 35 matches played already. Lazio points with 34 matches. Roma also in 5th position, but this particular league is not done and dusted yet, because Atlanta, Inter Milan still stand a chance to actually win that particular league, even though Juventus are in the first position with 80 points, because we still have about like 4 matches to go, and you will see if Juventus get to draw maybe like 3 matches and Atlanta get to win all their matches.
I didn't think Juventus would draw.
Juventus they might actually draw, because if you check at their last match, at their last 3 matches,
Ronaldo is fighting to get that golden shoe.
Their last 3 matches, the referee has been helping them. So I feel everything can still happen. I don't believe in those controversial penalties. The penalties are worth it. The penalties are not worth it. They are controversial penalties.
There are rules and regulations, and the referees are obeying them. So anyway, so this is how much we can bring to you today. We hope you have enjoyed every bit of today's show. So we urge you to keep safe, obey the guidelines set up by the authorities, keep your social distancing, wash your hands regularly, and use your face mask as well. I remain Olusola Olujide.
I remain Olawale Ayeni. See you same time, same station next week. God bless.